Hi, welcome to the Wine Bar, where I bring you quick, efficient bar workouts along with some tips about wine. I use wine bottles for my weights and suggest you follow along because wine bottles are about 2.5 pounds, which are great for bar workouts. Or if you would prefer to use regular weights, soup cans, water bottles, anything that you have, you can certainly follow along. I use a booty kicker, which is a little portable bar that I love. I actually have a link down in the description if you would like one. However, if you don't have a little portable bar like this, you can certainly use the back of a couch, a chair, or even a wall, although I do suggest something that you can kind of lean on a little bit more, so maybe a chair or the back of a couch. All right, so let's begin. Okay, so we're gonna start with our warm-up. So I'm gonna have my feet directly below my hips. I'm gonna bring my arms behind my head and I'm gonna bend down in a nice good morning stretch. So we are just stretching out our hamstrings, our glutes, our back, pretty much everything at this point. So we are trying to just get everything a little loosened up. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we're going to just do a little spine twist, loosen everything up a little bit. I apologize for the plane in the background, if you can hear that. Just stretching out our spine. Now we're gonna move into a little arm push side to side. Just keep going however far feels good for you. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do some quick shoulder rolls. So back, I like to kind of come down into a little bent knee position, bringing those shoulders up and down, up and down. Now we're going to switch. So now we're going to go forwards, get everything loose and rolling. 2 and 1. All right. Now we're going to move into squats. So I'm going to bring my hips a little far, my feet a little farther than hip width. Come down into a gentle squat. Come back up. Squeeze your glutes. Bring up, down. Just getting those lower body parts moving. Ooh, squats are so important for your hip health. And I highly suggest people just add more into their life, just in general. 3, 2, and last 1. All right, so I'm gonna come to the back of my mat and I'm gonna come down into a plank. So I'm gonna roll down with my hands directly below my shoulders. Make sure your hips are in line with the rest of your body. We're in a nice plank position, really good for our back, keeping everything in and tight, especially the abs. Make sure you're pulling them up and into the back of your rib cage. And just a couple more seconds. We're going to do about 10 more seconds if you want. Kind of do a little saw move here. Very gentle back and forth, or you can stay in the plank. You can always come down to your knees if that is an option for you. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to walk back, roll up, and that is our warm-up. All right, so we're going to go right into legs. So I'm going to be using my little bar. So I'm going to come into first position and click my feet together, come up to my toes, and then I'm going to come down into a diamond shape with my knees. So now I'm going to just go up and down about an inch. We're going to keep our back nice and straight and our abs in tight, and then we're going to just be doing some plie squats. Now, this one, I don't use as much weights in my arms for this because this is a leg workout, but I can give you my wine tip that I like to give everyone when they find out that I'm in the wine industry, which is don't buy Pinot Noir that is under $15 on the retail shelf, because Pinot Noir is a really fussy grape. And if you find Pinot Noir that is under $15 on the retail shelf, is probably not treated in the way that's going to be the best wine possible, right? 3, 2, 1, and now we're going to come all the way down in our plie and then all the way up. So we're going down and up down and up. We're staying on our toes, and we're making sure that our back is nice and straight and our butt is directly over our heels. So going back to Pinot Noir, Pinot Noir is grown in all areas of the world, and you can really tell the difference sometimes of where it is grown and the terroir it is grown in. And that's what I say, because there are so many options for it. That's just one grape. Let's stick to the $15 and over price point. Because sometimes people buy inexpensive Pinot Noir and then they're disappointed with it. So I'm just saying, fast rule of thumb, don't buy it if it's under $15. All right, and 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we're gonna come out of our position, wiggle out our legs a little bit, and we're gonna come into an attitude leg lift. So I'm gonna be facing you and using my right leg. So I'm gonna tendu my foot back behind my Achilles heel, pointed, and then I'm gonna hold onto the little bar. So now I'm gonna raise my leg and lower it down. I'm gonna raise and lower, raise and lower, raise and lower. So you can always come up less if that is what your body needs today, or you can come up higher. I come up to about 90 degrees, and I'm making sure that my knee is really fully turned out and that the hip is turned out. You don't want it to collapse in. So we're out and in, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so now come out of that position, and we're gonna do it I'm gonna do each side right away. So now I'm going to come with my left leg behind my Achilles tendon, toe is pointed, and I'm going to put my left hand on my hip, and I'm gonna come up and down, up and down. We're keeping everything straight. We're working our glute muscles in this, and we're making sure that our back is straight and our shoulders are down away from our ears, and our abs are tucked in tight. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So now we're going to move on to battement. So I'm going to come down, fold it over in a 90-degree position, and then I'm going to tendu my right leg back out so that I have it pointed in this position, and then I'm going to lift it up about 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and down, up and down. So battement means to beat. So you're thinking of your leg beating up into the atmosphere here. But we want to make sure that we're not overdoing it. You can always just come down lower. You do not have to do it as high. It depends on how you are feeling today. And then we're just going to come up and down. So now this is working your glutes and your hamstrings and your calves, everything in your lower half of your body. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I'm gonna give a little shake out, and then I'm gonna come into the next side. So I'm gonna come into my left side. I'm gonna tendu my left leg back. I have a very slight bend in my right knee, and then I'm gonna pulse up and down. I'm keeping my abs in tight, and I'm keeping folded over. This is why I said you should have some kind of support. You can do it into a wall, but a chair or a couch works as well. I just find it easier that I can put my hands over. Now, if you are looking for a little portable bar, I highly suggest this booty kicker. I've had this for a long time. It was really easy to put together, and it really upped my bar workouts because I was able to do all those balancing things without having to drag furniture into the room. So I am a big fan of these bars. 3, 2, 1. All right, come out of that. And now we're gonna switch into lunge pulses. So I'm going to come with my right foot forward, my left leg back. I'm gonna come into a 90-degree lunge with my right leg, and then I'm gonna come down and up. Pulse down and up, pulse down and up. Now, again, you can always come, you don't have to come as far down with your legs, but we're gonna be in this 90-degree position for a little while, just working all of those thigh and glute muscles. The thing I have found the This is really funny. Strengthening with bar workouts is when you go to a public bathroom and you have to hover over the toilet. I have found my thigh strength has really increased, and it's easier to be in that little hovering position. 3, 2, and 1. All right, switch legs. Left leg forward, knee is directly over our foot, and we're going to come down and up. We're pulsing down and up. Pulse down, make sure our abs are in. We want our spine nice and straight. Whew. And now, 3, 2, 1, and shake it out. All right, that is the meat of our lunge and leg series. So we are going to come into a cool down now. So let's bring our arm all the way up and come all the way down. You did such a good job. You showed up. You did a quick, efficient, lower body work that is really strengthening everything in your body, but especially your legs. One more. All right, so now I'm going to come down into a lunge, and I'm going to stretch out my calf, because especially with bar, you are really working your calf muscles, which sometimes get ignored in other workouts or are not really the main focus. All right, other leg. And so you want to make sure that you really stretch out, especially with some of the bar moves we'll do in other workouts. So, and especially when you come into that first position plie in eleve, it's very tough on your calves, especially if you haven't worked on them in a while. All right, so now let's do our quads. So I'm going to bring my heel to my rear here, and I'm going to squeeze my glute to make sure that we're getting that full stretch in our front of our calf. And because we want to stretch out both sides, calves and quads and hamstrings. We're going to do hamstrings next, and other side. Whew. I just want you to be really proud of yourself for hitting play and doing a workout that is going to be good for your mobility and your joints in the long run. All of that is really good for your body. Now I'm going to just do a little cat and cow stretch while I'm over in this 90-degree position, because I just want to stretch out our back a little bit. We're standing up. Oh, cat and cows. All right. And now last cool down, we're going to just bend over to the side with one hand all the way over, stretching to the right, stretching to the left, back to the right. All right, one more each side. Left and right. Ooh. One more big breath in. And come back down. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you next time. Please, if you like this workout, like this and subscribe. I look forward to bringing you more workouts in the